Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome in to the stream. Happy to have you all here. I, of course, had plenty of time to prep for tonight's stream, but still have managed to be unprepared. I've been trying to gather all of the detail parts for the 1703 build, and I have most of them. I am just completely baffled as to what I did with the ditch light housings, which I've spent the last 10 minutes looking for unsuccessfully. So, oh well, guess, well, I don't know if I have enough of them here on hand. Let's see. Apologize for starting the stream off already completely unhinged. Maybe I've got enough of them here. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Well, good news. Well, good news for me, bad news for Chris. Good news is I don't need to spend any more of my money at Chris's online establishment. Bad news for Chris, because for once I'm saved from having to spend more money at Chris's establishment. Oh boy. Okay, well, appreciate having you guys all here. Hope you are having a good Monday, or at least as good of a Monday as you can, given that it is in fact a Monday. Got a couple of different unboxings to do here quickly tonight, and then we will get into the bulk of tonight's stream. Yeah, sorry, Chris. I'm sure I'll have something in another day or two that I need to buy from you anyway, so. Okay, let's see. And what else am I missing? Well, of course, the X-Acto knife is what's missing here. Let's see. Is it where it belongs, or is it in a far off distant land somewhere on the layout? Probably that last one. There it is. Okay. In the warehouse and ready. Awesome, Chris. Let's see. Let's say hi to people before we open too many packages here. Looks like we're already pretty busy out there. Looks like Garrett was here at 107 minutes. Adam dropped in, and hopefully things are going well, getting his aunt and mom from the airport. Nice that they're coming in. John's here. Banu's here, and he refuses to be square. Dennis as well. Mason Dixon is here. Let's see, who else we got? Rick's here. Chris, of course, is here. Scott's here. And Tim's here. Ted's here. Awesome. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, let's do some unboxings here and see what sort of goodies we got. Where should we start here? This one, I think, is kind of the most straightforward one. Nothing surprising in it. So we'll start here. This is stuff that I think you guys all knew was... Oh, no, it's not actually what I thought it was. Okay. Okay, well, this is just a pack of KD158s. These are the scale head whisker couplers. I've got 3 different Walthers plastic pellet covered hoppers that I need to get layout ready. So on Friday, I ordered some 158s to replace the plastic couplers that they've got in them. And then I also ordered some weights with adhesive on the back. And I finally broke down and ordered a scale so that I can actually measure my cars and get them up to NMRA weight. And then Adam, who of course just popped out, I've got to get with him about getting a weight ruler ordered. So awesome. let's see. Is my audio too loud tonight, guys? I keep looking at the monitor and it says it's peaking. So let me know if it's too loud for you and I can turn it down, but hopefully it's good. I don't know why that would be, but oh well. Oh, Dennis is making cake? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll start the drive now. We're gonna end the stream. Sorry. See you guys later. I'm going to Dennis's. Okay, well, on to the next package here on my desk. As I was actually tempted when I started the stream tonight, because we started immediately looking at mail to do the Blues Clues mail song, but I didn't do it. Okay, I'm glad everything sounds okay. That's encouraging. I think I used the mic connected to my smartphone, and that's where you change the settings, and then they just stay on your mic once you change the settings. So I was worried that it was a little goofed up. Now this one is from my hashtag, not sponsored, but favorite hobby shop out there, Mountain Subdivision Hobbies. My good friend Brian owns Mountain Sub, local guy. Always ships fast, so I always like to give him a shout out because I appreciate how awesome of a establishment he runs. So these are fun. These are a set of 2 sets of safety tread. I figured since Dennis was going all out, super detailing his CNW, former CNW, or maybe technically not former CNW, but since he was going all out detailing his SD40-2s, I would do the same. So these are 2 etched metal walkway kits for a pair of Athearn SD40-2s. And of course, that's what we're using for that upcoming build on the former B and CCS SD40-2s, which should be happening hopefully pretty soon. Got a couple projects, as you guys all know, ahead of them in line. But we're gonna work on one of them tonight, and we've been plugging away at the other one at the last couple of nights on stream. I am waiting on more parts to come in for those MLWs, so that's why we are pivoting to the pivoting back to the Finger Lakes GP9 tonight. But you can see this is from one of my favorite places to order stuff as well, Scale Sound Systems. And what did we get speakers for, you might ask? Oh, ooh, we got my favorite flavor of Dum Dum, even though I don't even eat them anymore. So what we got speakers for is actually one for a B23-7, which I think is the last one left, and then 2 for the SD40-2s. So with these on hand, I think I now have everything I need ready and set to go for the SD40-2 build when the time comes to do those. But you might be asking, Paul, why did you get another B20-3 speaker? And to be honest with you guys, I thought I had all of my B23s converted over to Scale Sound Systems. But I had to open one of them up the other day for a different reason, which I'll show you in a minute, and realized this one still got the stock dual round speaker setup in there, so that it does still need a Scale Sound System speaker. So I grabbed one of those and, we'll be installing that. Maybe if we have time tonight, we'll get to that, but this is the shell for the unit that we're doing, and it might look a little different for those keen-eyed viewers out there, and that's because this shell actually is new to me. You see that chassis is my original Finger Lakes 2306. However, the scheme that I built my Finger Lakes 2306 in is actually too new for my railroad. I model 2013 to 2015, and this is the scheme that it wore in that time period. So you can see, oh shoot, whoops. Okay, I think those handrails survived. That was a little scary. So anyway, this is the scheme that it wore in my time frame, and it just so happened that my good friend Jim Gibbs modeled it in this paint scheme. You can see, so the big difference is that mine had a black cab, and then all the way back to the end of the cabinets on the sill was also painted black. Along with the nose as well. So that it rode around with that variant for quite a while, but this is what it wore the whole time I modeled it, and Jim did a fantastic job doing his shell. He honestly, I feel a little bit bad because he did a better job than me. He's got functional rear ditch lights on this thing. He's got the correct weed cutter plow on it, and you know, he did all the decal work himself and did a great job on it. When I had mentioned the fact that my 2306 was not right for my era to Jim, he jumped on the chance and offered to just straight up trade me shell for shell. So I've now got the right shell for 2306. All I need to do now is swap them around. I might actually even just put a decoder buddy that I have laying around in there along with a 21 pin decoder, just so that I've got it decoder buddied. And then I'll save that board style decoder for another project. Probably one of the freelance units that's coming up, maybe the GP9. But anyway, if we get time tonight, we might do a little bit of work on that particular project just so that we can get it done and wrapped up prior to Op Around the Clock, so that I am back up to a full roster of locomotives. Bull in a china shop. Yep, that's me, Tim. Yep, I did get the measurement for Dennis. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat here. Too much talking, not enough reading. Yeah, blooper reel. Anyway, so I'm gonna get some gloves on, and we're gonna start tonight by pretty much getting some details on the 1703 project. That is the next step that we need to complete. Once the decals are on, I'll be able to go back through and do the last little bit of detail part work that I need to do. But I want to get the decals on first because they require a little bit of handling, and the detail parts that I need to do are a little bit fragile. So it seems to me that the best way to go about doing this from here is going to be to get the decals done first and then do the details. So there's my sill. Let me just get everything out and ready here. And the cab. Okay, so that's all my parts. I do need, let's see, what do I want to do here? I do need to just kind of clean off my bench. I should have done this previous to the stream. Apologize, but there's a little bit of dust on my mat here that I should have gotten off. I have been working on some very dusty projects this past week. Those of you who have caught my latest YouTube short or Facebook reel, you'll know I cut a big hunk out of my layout. And I'm looking forward to being able to share the progress on that with you guys as well. But anyway, here is the shell. And actually, I do have one more thing I want to show you guys really quickly before we get into this. I'm a little bummed because nobody in my Discord seemed to be quite as ecstatic about this as me. And I think it's kind of partially because it doesn't show up well on camera. But this is kind of a sneak peek at what's going to happen in the hemrod area of the layout. This is my test piece. You can kind of see from here. But I have been experimenting with trying to get a hyper realistic looking hayfield, and I gotta say I think I have it figured out really well. And this is kind of my test piece. You can kind of see, you know, the rows in the hayfield, which I'm super ecstatic about. It shows up okay here on the overhead, I think, but in person, this really looks like a real life hayfield. And you know, that's something that I have not seen before yeah, something I've never seen before done to that level in HO scale. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, Chris, you're going to do those bells. Awesome. The one I've got on here is going to work great for me, but I'm sure it'll be a phenomenal offering for you to have in the shop for sure. Okay, but yeah, that's just a sneak peek. There's going to be 2 farmers fields now on the layout, and I'm debating if one of them is going to be a cornfield or if both of them are going to be hay fields. I'm not really that impressed with some of the products that are out there to do a cornfield. So I might just do both of them as hay fields for now, and maybe eventually go back and do a cornfield, but I'm honestly just not super impressed with what's out there. If I ever learn how to 3D print, I've got ideas as to how to make a cornfield look a little bit better than some of the Walthers and Bush products. Is it Bush that's out there, or is it Knock? One of those 2 companies has a cornfield, and I'm not very impressed with how it looks. There's another company, I think maybe Pico, that has really great realistic looking stalks, but the process of putting them together for a large field is just not that great. So Mason-Dixon, the technique I'll be sharing in an upcoming video, I think. It's kind of funny, my Discord actually knows a lot about what the technique is already, but I'll share the full detail likely in a video to come. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, with that out of the way, I suppose we could actually do some work. Let me get the decals out. This is fortunately one of the few locomotives that Finger Lakes has that Microscale actually did a decal set for. So let me just check to see. I do want to just double check that this is the new run of their decals, which hopefully they have information on. Oh, they do have, oh, that's cool. They do have a diagram I can use to reference so that I don't have to worry about pulling up a list, which is nice. Yeah, there you go. There's the Discord if anybody wants to join. But yeah, I appreciate having this so that I can make sure I do these right. The only thing I'm nervous about is I don't know. They did a new run of these, and there's still an old run out there. I'm not sure if this is the new run or the old run. And if I should hit it with a blast of clear coat before I go any further. Let's maybe start with something that's a little indiscreet, and then we can know for sure whether or not these things are new old stock and need to be taken care of or not. Let's see. Just want to pull up a modern day reference photo to see if the sill striping changed. let's see. Yes, they did change the sill striping actually. So modern day, it's just got regular old white reflective stripes. It doesn't have these angled ones like it does on the decal sheet. So that's going to be what I use as my test subject to make sure that we're safe to use these decals as is. They do look relatively new, so. I'm relatively encouraged, at least. And while we're waiting on that, anybody that's, you know, experienced with doing long decals like this on the long hood, this is kind of the part of the things where I'm not super well versed, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm not sure if I should start with the stuff that's going to be on the noses or if I should start with what's on the long hood itself. And I would appreciate advice about that if anybody's got it for me. Oh, I'm frozen again? Why does this keep happening? All right, hang on, guys. Okay. I don't know why that's happened now twice. That's really annoying. I really like this camera that I use, but man, I can't be having that continually happening on stream, that's for sure. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, these decals are holding up pretty good, not disintegrating. So that is very encouraging. But anyway, yeah, hopefully it's just this one time. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but thought out. Okay, so yeah, I would appreciate some advice if anybody's, you know, more tenured than me with putting on big long hood decals. I'm not sure if I should start with the end of the long hood, or if I should do the long hood proper itself first. And I would appreciate some advice on that if anybody's willing to give it. Let's see. I've also got another project I'm hoping to do tonight, but I just got them washed in an isopropyl bath and they're still drying. I've got the F250 shells that I'd like to get primed tonight, along with the plows for 1703. So hopefully those will dry and we can get that done tonight, because I do have my mobile camera set up at the paint booth. So start at the end of the car. Well, okay, I can do that. Hopefully, well, I also really love to know if these short ones are supposed to be for the back, or I would guess, I would guess maybe that these ones are supposed to be for the nose, these bottom ones with the longer tail, and that these ones are supposed to be for the rear, just so that they can meet up with this nice and smoothly. So I guess I'll try that first. It's interesting though, even the silhouette on this thing, I think they used the silhouette of a GP20 because it's got the tapered nose on it and then a single piece front window. So hopefully the dimensions are right for a GP9 since that's exactly what this is, but we'll see. Okay. Well, I guess that's enough deliberating. What's the trick to getting stripes to stay straight? Well, don't model N scale. That's my trick, Dennis. No offense. All right, let me get you guys zoomed in a little bit here. As always, yell at me if I take you off frame. I think, oh, what do I want to start with? This is nerve-wracking, guys. Gosh. I think I'm going to start with the nose here. This is a set where they don't give you any room for error either. And they're not. Well, they've been a little bit easier to find lately. I'm thinking this one's got to be for the nose, even though it doesn't specify it anywhere, but I'm thinking that it's going to work on the nose better than it does on the long hood, just so that it's a single piece. What do you guys think? Am I on the right track here? Hey, Ferrono Division, welcome into the stream, but geez, ouch. Fix how, Garrett? I did have Alex order me another set. Guys, I'm so nervous about this and I don't know why. So the other option would be that it goes here. And yeah, it's gotta be the other. It's gotta be for the nose. All right, we're going for it. Nose it is. All right. So what's everybody else got on their workbench? I haven't had the chance to ask that tonight, but I am curious to know, that's for sure. I should have left that in there longer. Matt, welcome in. Thanks for coming to my defense, Ted. Although, ironically, we are working on the single active EMD that was on the Finger Lakes roster during my time frame. Yeah. Thankfully, I've already got the full B23 roster modeled. I guess technically with the exception now of 2306 needing to get finished up again. That's awesome, Matt. I've seen you posting all this stuff about O scale. Must be your son's getting into it pretty heavy. Awesome. All right, there we go. Now we're ready to move here. All right, so since I have a rough measurement of this, I'm going to cut it down to size before I get it completely in place. And then I'll try Dennis's method again tonight for positioning things. Seemed to go relatively well last time. Again, feel free to yell if I move anything out of frame, guys. I'm happy to help. I think I actually might want to get the nose logo on because it's going to help me delineate where these stripes need to be. So let me circle back and get that off the sheet. Make sure my hands are dry. Okay, get that out of the way and back someplace safe away from water. All right, and what's everybody else working on? Cakes on your workbench. Dennis, are you streaming tonight? Ooh, that's cool. Mason Dixon. Looking forward to seeing that. Scott's working on wiring for the locomotive shop. Awesome. Oh, you're in frame? I'm too far away. How am I too far away? 9:30. Okay. All right, cool. I plan on being done at 9 myself, but we shall see. All right, let me get this on. Oh, that's awesome, Verona Division. That's I'm glad that I made it using an LA&L unit for you. Was interesting today that Bowser came out right out and said that they were debating doing additional C630s or 6-axle big sixes in some form. So maybe there's a chance that all you Winnie P and LA&L guys are going to get your wish, and the DLW guys too. Sounds like they kind of need to do some retooling from the factory, but it's interesting. Okay, see if I can get this straightened out. I think that looks pretty centered. Not going to be in focus for you guys, but... Okay. I think I'm happy with the placement on that. Yep, and the CPDNH guys, yep. I forgot I was not using the X-Acto, whoops. Okay. Alright, so it's really that close to the edge of the nose. Wow. That's a tight fit. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to cut this a little bit flusher now. Maybe. Help if I just had a pair of good scissors, but of course I broke my good pair of scissors. Okay, I think I'm happy there. I wonder if that needs to be, actually does need to be just a little bit lower on the nose. One more CPM 636. Just one. Just one, Brandon. A little lower yet. Yep. There we go. Okay. I think I'm happy with that side. Let's start in on the opposite side here. Maybe. There we go. Cut a bunch of this overhang off right away, just because I know I won't need it all. Now I can kind of start to get a better idea of where everything should be in relation to one another. Man, I think I got these pretty darn close to where they need to be, honestly. Just trying to make sure everything is straight. As we've mentioned, that being the struggle with long stripes. Oh, and of course I just moved it completely the wrong way. Okay. I wonder, oh, come on, where'd it go? There we go. I wonder if I could get away with actually trying to eyeball this symmetrically using my calipers. So I've got a 1.6 millimeter gap there about. Okay, so I'm a little bit off of that on this side. So which one do I want to bring closer? And of course I just moved the nose logo. I think I want to try to bring this one slightly closer to the nose. Make sure I keep this wet so nothing cracks on me. Yeah. This is certainly probably my toughest test so far doing custom decaling or custom painting. And there's certainly a reason why I have avoided doing Finger Lakes paint as a full custom paint so far. This is not easy work with all these long stripes to get right. And I am most of the time my own worst critic when it comes to this stuff. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Oh, I just moved it. So maybe I should bring the other side out because it doesn't seem to want to cooperate very easily. Going any further just because of some of the molded on detail. Apologies if I'm not keeping up with chat here. This is certainly going to take a little bit of concentration. That's pretty good there. Oh, and of course I moved it. Okay. Put this nose logo where I want it, and then I'll try to get an initial coat of microsol on here. Oh, that stinks, Garrett. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with where everything's sitting there. Big challenge now is going to be getting these decals to lay in flat. Here we go. This is going to take a wee bit of finagling for sure. There's a lot of different detail part that sits underneath these decals, molded on detail part. So it's a little nerve-wracking here. There we go. Ooh, that's not a clean brush. Yikes. Darren, tonight we are breaking decals for the 1703 build. Welcome in, my friend. There's a nice thick air bubble just hanging out right around here, and then one around here. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Same thing happening on the other side here as well, same places. That looks straight there. This needs to come down a little bit. Okay, so far we're looking okay. Let's just hope it stays that way. And there we go. I goofed it up. Oh, I really goofed it up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oof. Yikes. Oh gosh, these decals are so stressful. Why am I doing this on stream? I'd rather do track work on stream. Goodness gracious. Should have started with the long hood end so that I had some practice before doing the end everybody's actually going to look at the most. Oh well, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Let's pretty good there. Corners of the lightning stripes are kind of slid down a little bit. Let's see if I can get those back up where they belong. Whew. What a challenge. Yeah, Brandon, what are we waiting for on these S4s, man? Come on, let's see these things done. Looking forward to them. I'm getting a little bit of an issue down here that I'm not happy with. Oh, might have just fixed it. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna try to set this to the side for now. And then we can circle back to that later. In the meantime, though, I don't think I can handle the stress of doing the long hood, so let's just do something easy. Let's do the cab decals. Oh, man. Okay, so this is 1703. Get those ones cut out here. And actually, I think I might have the right number board decals in my stash here, so let me see if I can find those. I know I've got a set of EMD number boards. It's just a question of which ones are going to be right for this unit and if I still have them on there. Okay. Now, the big mystery, which ones are right? Okay. Relatively square. Thinking maybe these ones. I think these ones, yep. Let's give them a try. I may at some point circle back and get these front number boards functional. But for now, because this is out of the Walther's mainline shell, they're not going to be, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, Brandon. That is a severe lack of enthusiasm, that's for sure. Let's see if these are going to be the right fit. I think they are. Oh yeah. Like a glove. Beautiful. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, there's those. I'll have to do a little bit of adjusting on them. But the good news is they are the right size for the cab. So I did decide that this is going to be my entry for the Rochester RPM in February. So I will have it on display for everybody to see there. If anybody's interested in coming up, mark your calendars, and hopefully we'll have some further information on it on the website here soon. We have, of course, decided to prioritize the next thing we do is gonna be to get the registration form out. So hopefully we'll be there. We'll be ready to go with that soon. All right, let me get some Microsol on these number boards. So that hopefully I get them drying in place without shifting much more. And then we'll move on to getting the cab numbers on. That's a little high. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So hopefully I can manage to do these cab numbers on the sides without messing up those number boards. That'll make me awfully happy if I can. So Darren, did you decide if you're going to Syracuse for Fremo yet? I keep looking at the plans, and I don't see your modules on there. I was hoping you would go. Looks like if I do come out for the day, it's actually going to be Sunday, though. I forgot I accidentally scheduled my a layout tour filming for that Saturday. Well, that's exciting that things came out good. All right, got to get the reporting marks off of here now. circle back and check on the nose here. Definitely have a few wrinkles that I need to work out with some microsol. Hopefully I'm able to do that okay. But I think they went on for the most part straight, which is good. The nose logo looks decent. I think overall I'm happy with it so far. Definitely not done. Definitely a little ways to go. Not ready to come off the sheet yet. Darren, your modules are not too sucky to go. Good gosh. Quit being your own worst critic. Alright. Get the reporting mark in on this side. Oh boy, that is a lot of water. Oops, wrong brush for taking water off. Oh boy. Oh, that is upside down and backwards. Oh boy. Oh boy. So it looks like the numbers are pretty much centered right below the window. So I've just got to kind of get that straightened out. And then I can get a layer of microsol on these and hopefully get them staying put. Hopefully that looks, I think that looks pretty straight. Look at it this way. I think the numbers need to come back just a scooch. Okay. I think I'm happy with that side. So I'm gonna get another layer of microsol and start getting these locked into place, and then I'll also just hit the number boards with another coat as well. And then I'm gonna set this to the side, try to get another coat on here, see if we can start to work out a few of these air bubbles a little bit. This is the one I'm most concerned about over here. If I can get this one out, I'm going to be happy. Yikes. Wow, that got wrinkly fast. Oof. Holy guacamole. Where did that even come from? Jeez Louise. Holy cow. Yikes. All of a sudden I turned this nose back around and there was all sorts of wrinkles in it. Come on. Work out for me. Oh boy. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, this is not good. Hey Pearson, welcome in. That's what I'm using is Microsol, Garrett. Oh, good gosh. Things are going south fast here. The edge of this lightning stripe is just all mangled. Oh, this stinks. Yeah, this might be a full restart on the nose because it is not going well. Yep. I'm gonna need a new set of decals for the nose. It didn't end up being air bubbles that are the problem. There's this really terrible wrinkle right in the bottom of the lightning stripe that I can't get out. Ugh. That stinks. That really stinks. Darn. Nah, there's too many. It's all wrinkled up. I'm not happy with much of any of it. I wonder if the decals that come on the Circus City sheet are going to be right for this nose, or if they're the wrong size. This is the Circus City sheet. I think that those are actually going to work. It might actually be... maybe not. Nope, because they're for a B23. Yeah, those will work. These ones. Okay. Let's see how hard this is going to be to get off. Nice thing about the Circus City sheet too is that I think I can focus on just getting the nose done and then doing the rest of the side of it. So hopefully that works out the way I want it to. And I do also have multiple Circus City sheets, so if I goof these ones up, I've got backups. my God, I need a new pair of tweezers. Come on. There we go. Well, hopefully I don't need to dissolve them off, because if I do, I'm going to have to completely repaint this. Because I've got a sneaking suspicion there's no chance the shell is holding up to, this paint is holding up with just, you know, a double layer of clear coat. I don't think there's a chance it's holding up to an eraser. I'm already thinking I might need to repaint this as it is, because I didn't even like the microsol, unfortunately. Oh gosh. Yeah, this nose might devolve into a full repaint. Oh boy. Oh, this stinks. Such is life on Talking Trains live streams, though. You win some, you lose some. See if I can get it loosened up with water. Thinking that's probably not going to happen, but. Got one side off okay, but I don't think nope, I'm not getting as lucky with this side. Oh well. We're gonna really fully repaint that nose. Garrett, I use Tester's silver. That's my favorite. All right, well, let me get the cab done. I probably at this point don't have time to start on the long hood, nor should I with my level of disappointment / frustration. Don't want to Don't want to end up ruining something. Honestly, I'm not even that frustrated. I knew this was going to be a challenging decaling process with those long stripes, and I think I kind of shot myself in the foot from the very first application of Microsol. I should have put a layer of Microset down and tweaked them into place before I went anywhere with Microsol. Probably should have known better. Oh well, though. I think that went on pretty good. Oop. That's funny, Darren. And welcome in, Chris. Sorry to hear that you're pulling out your hair with the new space, but hopefully it all ends up working out for you. I think that's good. Reporting margin might need to just get pulled down a tad. Doesn't want to pull down a tad. Oh, come on. Whoops. Yeah, I've got dinner with the in-laws tomorrow night, so I will not be at business meeting. Hoping to get there maybe next Tuesday, if not not next Saturday. Hopefully next Tuesday, with a particular surprise in hand for one of our members. I had a couple other things to order with it, though, and I just put the order in officially today, so it hasn't shipped yet. But we've got one member who's also the treasurer of the club that I don't know if he's not a big YouTube guy, so I don't think I really have to be worried about him watching this, but he does a lot for the club, so we're getting him a thank you gift. I was thinking KO3 is a little low now. Pain in the neck. That's what decals are. Let's just resort back to that X-Acto 2 when I should really just use this Q-tip. I think I got it there. Yeah, Brandon, we don't need to exhume other heartbreak that you know, happened yesterday, and that certain members of this live stream chat might be trying desperately to get over. Right, Dennis, if you're still out there. Okay, cab's looking good. We're gonna go get the nose in a layer of isopropyl and hope for the best on the redo, on the retry. Definitely a bit of a bummer, but you know, like I said from the very beginning, I was very nervous about getting these done properly because these long decals, they can be a pain. That's for sure. But yeah, anyway, guys, I think we're right on time to cut it here. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you, I think, next week. Yeah, I think so. I know the Bills have a Monday night game coming up soon, but I don't think it's this week. And being a big Bills fan, I will not be streaming on the night that they play Monday Night Football. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you learned something tonight, and look forward to next week. Be sure to tune in to Dennis's stream. Sounds like he's going to start at 9:30, and we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.